Nyght, ride on the track.
That's right. Shout out to Mr. Ryder for that beat. And I am here. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is your girl, Miss Maggie T. You guys know me. And I do have a special guest today. But of course, before we introduce her, we're going to get into a little bit of motivational moments. What's going on, Ryder? How you doing? Of course, we got our audience right checking in. I'm giving y'all time to get ready, share this content out. And she said, hey, y'all, how you doing? Go ahead and share this content out. Let everybody know that we are actually live. I know we've been missing for the past couple of weeks, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you a little update on what's been going on with Miss Maggie T. And, of course, our special guest, I want her to introduce herself in a moment. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Just want to say what's up, everybody. Come on in and kick your feet up and let's get started. But as you guys know, just introduce myself. I'm Miss Maggie T with Champagne Confessions, in case you don't know what this is. We talk about motivational things. We talk about everyday life, and you're going to learn something from this today to get you through everything, all your difficulties in life, your ups and downs, but we're going to uplift you. And I want you to take this message today and learn something from it. So starting off with our My Mental Space motivational moment, because as you guys know, I am a mental health certified coach. So I use this platform to educate people and just give them something they can take with them and learn from it. So I have a little bit of something to talk about today, just a little motivational point for you. But here, it just basically says, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still outcome it. So come out of it, basically. So you might go through some many tasks and challenges and things like that. And sometimes it might even feel like, wow, this is never ending for me. But guess what? There is always a light at the end of that tunnel. And as long as you don't let these moments defeat you and you keep pushing, no matter what, even if you don't have anybody in your corner, you make that step forward. Because guess what? You're going to get something from it. And it's a lesson. It's definitely a lesson for you because it builds strength. It builds courage. It builds determination because you pull through during the toughest time. So you can take on any task after this moment. So allow it to happen. It's okay to have some bad days, but don't let it happen. Let it bring you down completely. And like I always say, it's okay to feel like you're not your best. As long as you pick yourself back up, that's the most important part. So what you think about that, Steph?
I think that is very true. You can't let a little bump in the road, detour you from where you're really meant to be.
Hmm.
And we all have bad days.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm having, right now I'm going through some things here. But the show must go on, right? So,
Right.
and one thing about it is I always like to give people positive energy, positive things to think about, because when you think negative, it's going to stay negative,
Right.
so I'm all
And
about that.
right. Me too. I try to stay positive in every situation because what you focus on expands. So you want to focus on positive stuff. So positive things expand around you and not negative things.
All right. And then what's going on, LLQJ? I keep messing that up. QJ, how you doing? How you doing? What's going on? Oh, that's you. Okay. But follow her page. Perfect. There you go. Follow her YouTube, everybody. As well as Nyght Ryder. Keep on coming on in. So let's go ahead and get into some of our hot topic. As you guys know, I like to do a little bit of juiciness, before we start into our topics. And we'll get brief with this one. We want to hang on to this one because, this one's just a little bit like, I am. Yeah, how true?
Mm.
How true is this? Well, in case you didn't know, some people are just now finding out that now this is not the first time she's filed for divorce, but Miss Cardi B is saying, I'm tired. I'm over it. And I think from what she's saying, it was 7 years of that relationship. And she's actually currently pregnant. Mm. So, and of course, everybody know with Offset, there's been always been just rumors of infidelity. I think he's father another child outside their relationship. And it's just, but one thing I can say, people, say Cardi B is controversial, but what she is a mother. And she makes sure that she takes care of those babies and do what she needs to do. And she's a businesswoman, and so this comes as a shock to some people not, but I'm just hoping, because this kind of plays into what our topic is about today, because they did separate at one point. She did say she was over it. Then they started rekindle it back. And I think they went on a family vacation together. So, but that's what happens. That's how my marriage was. Right before I decided to divorce, I did give that last chance. I was like, you know what? Let's try it one more time. Let's just work through this. And it just turns out we just wasn't compatible. So, what do you think about that?
I think, women, they just get fed up and, she probably wants him, but she's tired of all the BS, and she doesn't probably want the kids to keep seeing, her in bad moods, her finding out that he's cheating and all this crap. Cause, he's in the industry, he's very attractive and he's got a lot of money. So women are all over him.
That's true. And then, of course, she has money. So it's like she's not in a bad situation if she decides to. But of course, it's probably was the love of her life, and
Right.
they work together, they artist together. So to her this was the perfect match. But is money and fame everything though?
That's right. And she's got enough money to get nannies and help. So she doesn't need him.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. So I just kind of wanted to brief on that just a little bit. If you're in the chat, go ahead and leave your feedback, how you feel about it. Okay, she said, got to keep on moving. Yeah, Nyght Ryder. That's just what it is. You just
Mhm.
gotta. There's nothing to dwell on here. 7 years of trying it. But if a person is going to continue to be disrespectful, and now there are couples that will have open relationships and allow their partner to get out there, but Cardi B didn't seem like that type of person. She was a family lady. Offset just like the hype of being that man that everybody's desiring, even though I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I honestly thought that they would be together forever because they just complement each other so good, so well.
And they do, but my thing is, and of course, because she was very candid on camera with her relationship. So
Mhm.
even with her, none makeup, back at home with the kids, cooking things with him, how excited she was with him, but sometimes that's not enough. So
No.
let's get into our main topic then, since we're jumping right on into this. So this kind of leads into what we're going to talk about today. But first, before we get into that, I want to throw a little video here because I think this is a moment to, since everybody's on here right now, before we get into the main topic, I want to introduce you. I just kind of brought you in, but I think we need to know who our guest is. Hey, I see some chats there. How you doing? So I'm going to play a video first, okay? And then after that, you can go ahead and let us know who you are, and then we're going to get into this discussion because I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so I have a video, you guys. Some of you might have seen it on my page because I have shared it, and it's actually going viral right about now, and we're trying to push this video to get bigger and bigger. So please let them know how to find you after this video. But let's go, because she got a lot more in store now, you guys. I mean, I'm so excited to talk about it because it's going to be fun. I'm so excited to watch that journey. Let's do it.
I'm from Atlanta. Of course I lock my doors while I pump gas. I'm from Atlanta. Of course I don't pronounce both T's when I say Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. Of course I'm a Grady baby. I'm from Atlanta. Of course I like my wings extra crispy, all flat, slim and pepper with a ranch and extra seasoned salt on my fries. Atlanta. Of course I know it's going to take 30 minutes to go 3 miles. I'm from Atlanta. Of course we close our schools when we get an inch of snow. I'm from Atlanta. Of course we go to Wolfhouse after a night out. I'm from Atlanta. Of course these potholes have been here my entire life. I'm from Atlanta. Of course I love trap music. I'm from Atlanta. Of course we have hookah at nail shops, barber shops, and restaurants. I'm from Atlanta. Of course I'm actually from the city of Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. Of course this is where the players play, and we ride on the things like every day.
Oh my God, that is probably one of my favorite videos because I mean, just everything you said in that video is like, if you're not from Atlanta, if you don't know all these landmarks and things like that. Somebody posted earlier, I said, if you don't know who Willie B is, you're not from Atlanta.
Right. Oh, Willie B. Wow.
So what inspired that video? And just tell us a little bit about, what you have going on.
So the inspiration for the video was, of course, all the TikToks. I'm from Atlanta, of course. So I was like, you know what? I need to do one of those. And I was putting it off for a while because I didn't have anybody to help me video it. And my daughter, we were sitting up there one Saturday morning. I was like, what do you got to do today? She's like, nothing. I'm like, let's go shoot my video. Come on, I need you. And she's 25. And so we got dressed. We went out in the city. It took us about 5 or 6 hours. We're out there all day. And she was giving me pointers and like, well, we should go over here and we should go over here. And I was like, and the Midtown High School, that was Grady. That's where I went to school. And
Okay.
I was like, look, we got to do that over here. And it was fun. And I just wanted to put it out there because no lies were told. And when people hit me up on IG and like, where are you from? Like, and then I'll send them that video.
I'm from Atlanta. Look, check this out.
Right. But that video opened a few doors for me. I'm an actress and I have a lot going on with that. I do a lot of skits with people. I like to do funny stuff and relatable things too for people. And I just like to make people laugh and smile, and because I love to laugh and smile. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. So everybody now, Steph, can you tell them how can they find you on social media while they're Googling and talking right now? Let them know how to find you on social media.
So it's Realtor Girl Step on all platforms. You can put that in Facebook too. It'll bring up my real name, Stephanie Purcell, but all my handles are Realtor Girl Step. That came to me because I'm a realtor, and then people call me Step. I didn't want to make it too long, and that just fits me,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a realtor, first, just pays my bills, but I'm an aspiring actress trying to move up in the entertainment world too.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? Social media, everything is going viral now. So, it's time to laugh and have a good time. I think COVID made a lot of windows for a lot of people, opened up a lot of windows for people that just got creative. It's like, I'm in my living room, might as well do a TikTok,
Right.
and people are getting, connections and paid and networking from these things. And if you can make people laugh, you saved a lot of people's lives, because
Oh, yeah.
I've had a lot of people tell me, man, from my other shows, I have Atlanta Falcons Nation channel, and we get kind of, crazy on there. And people's like, I just like watch y'all entertain each other and laugh and cut up and things like that. You guys are funny, and it makes my day. This helped me. I lost somebody, or so
Yeah.
it's like, if you think about it like that, you are definitely, putting some love and joy in people's hearts.
Right.
Laughter is always good for the soul. So
The
keep
best.
that going. So please follow her, you guys. I definitely want you guys to check her out. He said, I'm from Albany. Of course, I came to Atlanta to have fun.
Right.
That's
Hey,
right.
I love my city.
ATL Leo said, I love that video. And he said, I'm from Atlanta. Of course, we get all the runaway haters to our city who don't want to leave.
And
I
then
know
they
they complain. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, but why you still here? Well, the opportunity, better
Right.
situation. So you
Right.
don't hate it that much. I'm from Atlanta, and of course, we hate the ain'ts and everything, Louisiana.
Period. Period.
Period. So, with a little bit commentary, I just wanted to bring that video out there just to kind of get everybody to hype about our topic today. Maggie became my big sis with AFN. That's right. So it's like we're touching hearts here. Not only we just doing this for just fun and love, but we really do touch people. And Leo is a special person for me. And we've grown so close, and I just love his loyalty, his support, and everything. And it's like I love the fact that this show here alone has changed him for the better, because he had been going through a lot of things. So that's what my platform is all about. So let's go ahead and get right into our topic. Don't want to hold you up too much, but the topic is the endless cycle of getting back with the next.
Mm. This is a very deep topic.
Yes, it is. So it's normal to think about an ex after a breakup. And we're going to get into this topic right here. So is it normal to think about an ex, like I said, after a breakup? The question is it okay? Shouldn't, everybody, you need to get over it and let it go. But let's be realistic here. Is it normal to think about an ex after a breakup? And, if you shared especially, some deep bonding with this person, the thoughts can be, caused by a number of reasons. And we're going to get into some reasons, and then I want to get your opinion on it. So it's going to be some reasons why we just can't leave that ex alone. Or, keep going to that old thing back. That's not a good situation for you, but unresolved issues. So, you know what that means. It's like you have some accounts that you have to deal with. You have some debt that you got to clean up. You have just whatever the case may be. Some things you haven't really resolved it. Or you guys just fought and was like, forget it. And then you really never did address the issue. You just was like, I'm over it, and it's like you're not really fixing that situation. You're just like, I'm mad at you today, then I'm back with you tomorrow. But you got those issues that you're not really facing accountability. And, so those things kind of lingers you on. It's like, oh yeah, well, we got this cat that we, babysit together. So I'm a mama, and, it'd be all kinds of reasons why, you might hold on to somebody because we got some things that we just need to tie up and separate from. What you think about that one?
Or maybe he owes me some money. I need my money. I need my money back. Hey, sometimes there's kids involved, That's a big one.
Oh, that definitely is a big one.
But yeah, usually, we want to know, why did you treat me like that? Why did you cheat on me? Why did you lie? All these things. Or, we owe this this light bill. When we separated, we moved out. We still have this light bill, gas bill, things
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they don't want to help. They're like, well, F you.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of time it's like, oh, okay, and then you leave that person in an inconvenient situation, especially
Mhm.
um when this person just went into it just cold turkey, didn't have anything, and didn't plan anything or financially, get themselves together. So they've held on for so long because it's like you're supporting me at this point. I always encourage women or men, make sure you always take care of what you need, because I've just always learned myself, just kind of seeing how my family was and things like that. I just took a different approach to my relationships. I always wanted to have my own. I never wanted to depend on anybody to say when I could come and go. So you can just say, take the rug up under my feet and say, get up out of here.
Right.
And you don't have anything to do. So, unresolved issues is the relationship ended suddenly without time to resolve the issues. You might still have some emotions, about that. And that's the reason why, that's kind of the things of how we hold on. So it's like sometimes it's an excuse. It's like, yep, he owed me money, so I'm gonna let him come here and give me the money. And then of course you reminisce some things, and then next you know, y'all back to talking. It's
Right.
like, okay, cut them off, get
Right.
what you need to cut off, and then be done with it. So let's go right into the next one. So now we're talking about, now we don't separate it a little bit. We don't block each other on social media, but you just went to that coffee shop that y'all used to always go to. Oh, those memories, those fun memories of back in the day when we used to be. Oh, so how do we deal with that? Did you ever experience that before?
Oh yeah. So with my son's dad, we were on and off for almost 10 years, and now I know I should have left him a long time ago. But we've been split up for what, 12 years now. But we had a
Mhm,
lot of fond memories. We just gelled so well, but
mhm.
he was a hoe.
Yeah.
He liked to cheat and lie. But I kept going back to him. He'd do what he did, I'd leave, and then we'd start talking again, and those feelings came back up. Oh, remember when we did this and we this and that, and oh yeah. So I'd get back with him, and then it would happen all over again.
Hmm. And
And
I think that's what it is. It's like people, especially when somebody is very, y'all had some history, and it's like
Mhm.
they know what can grab you back in. It's like, you know what? I know how to get up in here. Let me go ahead and buy her this, or let me go ahead and whine and down there and say, "Baby, I'm changing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna change." And it's like, "Are you just
Right,
okay? You hurt my feelings. I'm just so upset."
right.
Yeah, and then of course it sounds beautiful, y'all. Oh, we so in love today, and everything is just going wonderful. He said, "No,
Mhm.
I'm out of there."
And then, like, if the sex is good, that'll bring you back.
Hmm.
I had a hold
Now,
on
see, you said something there, because that be the main factor. Because it's like, you know what, I can't stand them, but the sex is good,
just one
and
more time.
it's just for old time's sake. We know we ain't got to talk to each other no more after this. We done, right? Yeah, yeah, we
Right.
done. Okay.
And then it's so scary out here dating in Atlanta because there's so many diseases out here. And then you
Oh
got
my God,
men that
yeah.
are sneaking around with men behind their girls' back.
Mhm,
And it was just like,
mhm.
oh, well, I can just go spend a night with him, and I've already been with him, so it's okay.
And it's that familiar. See, there you go. You speaking some
Yeah.
truth here. It's the you're kind of familiar with that. So let's get right into it. Since you already said it, even though that's number 4, we'll go back to number 3 in a minute. But you said it, comfort, and you know that person.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it gets on your everlasting nerves, you know
Right.
them. You miss them, and you
Mm-hmm.
know what happens with this person. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll tolerate it for today, because and it's going to go into why we do that as well. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's people are, it's scary. It's
Yeah.
scary out there, you
Yeah. And
know.
you already know that person, you know their likes and dislikes. So it's just easy.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Mhm.
easy is not the best way. It's a whole job to get to know someone new, to go out on dates, know what they like and this and that, and get comfortable with them. So it's just easy to run back over here to him for a night or two. But yeah.
And then of course now you're feeling crazy because a month or 2 days later he back to
Mhm.
the same stuff, and it's like here I go again. And then of course when you keep doing that boomerang,
Mhm.
it's like, and the reason why we do that is because let's go back to number 3.
Mm.
We're
Yeah.
lonely.
Right.
We're lonely, and the dating pool has pee in it. So
And a little poop too.
exactly. So it's like I don't know. Look, right now I'm single and I don't plan on mingling no time soon. My divorce finalized in February, and I'm just, well, even though we were separated for quite some time, but the court took forever to get it, Fulton County. But they
Mhm.
finally did it one day before Valentine's Day. I was like, oh,
Oh, that was a nice
hallelujah.
Valentine's. That's
Hmm.
a very nice Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah. So, I haven't had my divorce party yet because the reason why I'm wearing these because I just closed on my home. So
Congratulations.
that's the reason why I was also off the show for a moment. I need to get that paperwork because of course she's a realtor.
It's a
It's a
lot.
lot. It's a lot. So I
Yes,
had
it
to
is.
focus on that and get that taken care of. And we closed on last Monday. So
Congratulations.
thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Too bad I didn't know you
I
beforehand.
know. I know. I said, gosh, because she be over there getting land and everything. I said, I should have known you, and then we would have been celebrating on the show together.
You're right. Hey, I sell big or small, I sell them all. It don't matter what it is.
Mhm. I know, because it was like a nice little, I think it was a ranch home or something that was. I forgot what it was. It was like a nice little small home that somebody just purchased. But I pay attention. I just, I be so busy, but I see all your,
Mhm.
your posts and everything else. But so let's see what some of these comments are saying. We're gonna get right into the next one. So it says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Hey, how you doing? We got to get you on the show as well, Mr. Picture
Mhm.
Man. We definitely do. If anybody was watching the Red and Blackie content and things like that, I shared one of his videos, his pictures and things like that from the party. We actually was blessed to have 2 photographers. I felt special. I was like, okay, then. So a lot of good footage there. Of course, check him out as well. Follow his page if you are on Facebook, and come on here and show some love for yourself and get yourself advertised and everything. This is what this show is about. So it says, I'm gonna call Steph when I buy my first home. There you
I got you.
go. Motivating people already on the show. And this
Got you.
girl is playing out. You're gonna get a house and a lab. How
Right.
about that?
And remember, save, 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 and always be working on your credit.
Oh, I definitely, yes. Yes. Yes, please. That's definitely the number one you need to do. Save right now and
Mm-hmm.
get that credit together. Forget all that little extra stuff. Pay off that. Do what you need to do because at the end of the day, I know some people don't like the American dream, but it's nothing like owning your own. Instead of you're
Right.
gonna make somebody else rich for the rest of your life, you might as well pay, get your house.
Absolutely,
So,
because that money's it's coming back in your pocket when you sell, if you ever do. And
absolutely,
and also value rises over time. So if you pay 200 now, in 2 years it could be worth 300. There you go. You just made $100,000.
absolutely. And because from what my appraisal and everything that went on, I'm pretty in good shape. I am, and the mortgage that I got. The one I got was like, yeah, I'm good. I didn't get the one where you have to pay that back and this, that. Oh, I
Oh
went
yeah.
straight. Yeah. So,
Good for you.
but yeah, I was smart with it. So, post trauma though, let's get right back into it. So post trauma is like you're sad and you need some closure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, why did you do this to me? And we need to talk this out. like I can't close my chapter until I find out if we're done here,
Right.
what happened between us. And sometimes abuse keeps people there because they feel like that love is, that abuse and that all that goes on. It's like, oh, he's or she is only doing this because he loves me, you
Mm.
know. And if you ever notice, some people do attract that, and they're thinking, oh, you ain't yelling at me. I feel something is wrong. You're not mad at me. It's some people that have some issues with, you know, kind of accepting it for love.
That's true.
So it says you might be, here's a little quote here. It says you might be, hold on one second here. Dealing with past trauma from the relationship, especially if it didn't end well.
Mm.
So that's that guilt. I need some clarification. They cheated. It could be a number of things. There's a kid outside of the relationship, and it's like, how could you do this to me?
Right.
It's, so it's like, it hurts. It does hurt. And so it's like, but I want to hold on to this because I love you still. You know what? I'm going to overlook it and forgive you because we've been together so long. And I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't mean to. We were just going through it. And then you accept it. And then, that's that never ending circle.
That is so true. There's a lot of past trauma in that relationship I was talking about. He was abusive, and we fought a lot, but we had good times too. So I tried to hold on to the good times, but
That's what it is.
yeah, that's what it was. And then we had a kid together, so that brought us back, And then of course I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And
Yep.
you can't talk to me like that. And I'm like, well, hold on now, because I'm gonna talk.
Yeah.
Say what I
Like
gotta
trying to
say.
control you. And,
Yes.
yeah,
You
I'm
can't
only
do that
doing
with
this
your
because you
friends.
make me feel this way. I'm going to react this way because you bring it out of me.
And very jealous, like you can't go out with your friends and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. But now I'm single. I'm older and I'm more wise now, and I am out mingling. I'm not looking for nothing, but if God sends it to me, I'm going to take it.
Hey.
I'm going to
Well,
receive
like
it.
I said, I've been on a couple of dates and things like that, but nothing too serious, anything. So I put that expectation out there. It's like, okay, I'm just out here having fun, but I'm still being cautious because
Yeah.
it's crazy out here, these streets.
Right.
So,
Gotta live your
but
life.
good for you though. So at least you're not in your sorrows and dwelling, and because some people get into this portion right here,
Mm-hmm.
they lose their confidence, and it comes from a lot of that abuse. Because it's like a lot of them will make you feel like you're not good enough.
Yep.
Your family and friends don't love you. You only should be with me. I'm the only one that loves you, and things like that. So it's like mine wasn't physical abuse, but it was a lot of verbal abuse. Lot of verbal
And that
abuse.
takes a toll on you. The
Mhm.
verbal. It
And
does.
I felt alone in my own relationship. It was like, I can't even depend on you. Like I have anxiety and think mental illness and things I have to deal with from past traumas. You know about it. You knew about previous relationships, what I went through with my exes.
Right. Right. And ATL Leo, he's hit the nail on the head. If you really love someone, they wouldn't do things to hurt you. That's very true.
It
Sometimes
says,
people, sometimes they
mhm.
don't love you. They just love the thought of having you and nobody else having you.
That's right. That's right. So what's up, Lord ADS? Hey, thanks for tuning in. You guys share this content out for real. I'm excited to have everyone watching us tonight. It says, so true, ATL. So, LLQJ is agreeing to that. So, but the thing about it is, when we do lose that confidence, it becomes from a person that just was really bad for you. And you thought that's just all you can get.
Right.
You gained some weight or something. You lost your motivation to even get yourself, they're just telling you you're ugly, you're this, you're fat, you're not desirable. I don't even want to have sex with you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard things like that. So it's like
Yeah.
they just beat you down to the point where you don't want to go anywhere because you're like, what, no one else wants me.
Right.
That's that manipulation. It's like, I don't think nobody wants me. I'm not good enough. He said I'm ugly. He said I'm this. He said I'm that. And Night Rider said, I can't be with nobody for that reason. My heart and my conscience won't let me. Absolutely.
That is right.
So, your confidence is going to suffer from that because somebody is just belittling you. And then, of course, a lot of times, sometimes it might not even be just him or her. They bring the friends in on it, and they're being disrespectful. Hey man, come on out here. We finna go hang out and do all kinds of stuff. And that's when that cheating come in, and no respect to relationships. Previous baby mama acting like she still got it, and interfere in this relationship because he can't let that situation go. It's just so much that goes with these things that gets twisted. That's what's going on with Cardi. This man just couldn't keep his stuff in his pants. Couldn't do it. So she was like, enough is enough. Is hey,
It's enough, baby.
So let's go ahead and get into the next one. And of course, I don't want to take too much of your time. So we talked about, all the things as to why we just can't let, why that we like to circle back around to it. But, let's get right into a little bit more about why just can't we quit your ex? Why just, you go through all that, you lose your confidence, so you stay with them. But, and the first question was, is it normal to think about an ex after a breakup? So that's the reason why: comfort, familiar, being familiar, past trauma, lost confidence. So you think about that a lot. But now you don't got them right back, or you can't cut that contact off from this person. Why you just can't quit your ex? So we're gonna break it down just a little bit here. It says, number one reason is you have a difficult relationship with being alone. So that's going back into that loneliness. So it's like you're thinking about how lonely you are, and it's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I got to go back. I like my bed being filled with him, or her.
I miss him.
Oh, I miss him. Oh my God. I remember we used to cook together, and even though I can't, come on.
And the good times, just think about all that. You look at all the pictures in your phone, and
and then of course they make it no easier because it's like, of course, they don't act like they moved on. So you over there looking at social media like, what is he doing?
Right.
Get my hand back. I'm the first and the only hand in. What so it's like,
right.
It can be so toxic too, because it's like you're eating that up because it's like, oh, I know she ain't going nowhere. I can do whatever I want to. She's not going anywhere because she's gonna take me right on back. That's where we just can't let it go. So here it is. You feel guilty about leaving your ex.
Yeah, that definitely came up. Feel guilty. I'm taking my son away from his dad, things like that. We had a whole life together, and now we don't. It's just different feelings. But I don't feel guilty about it at all now.
And here's some key points right here. So for some people, putting yourself first is an unfamiliar experience. So it's like you're taking your life back, and it's like, I'm done with this. It can be something brand new for you. So if you've been taught somewhere along the way that your own needs or best interest comes after others. So you put yourself last. While this can occur in any relationship, your family, your, platonic, whatever, I've often seen, hold on, got this quote coming up. Got things popping up. I've often seen this experience in those who are attempting to leave an abusive relationship. So, because they'll make them as like, I don't know what else to do without you. They manipulate you to feel wrong for wanting to better yourself, wrong for wanting to get up out of that situation. And then a lot of times you got to abruptly just do it. You can't, you have to lose. You got to just deal with it for a moment.
Yeah, definitely.
But you got to make that plan and an exit.
You got to make that plan of exit, girl. I've left in the middle of the night before. I've left while he went to the store. Girl, it was back and forth for like 9.5 years.
Yeah. But I'm glad you got out of there, and you're, that's done. So you, and I don't knock anybody that goes back and forth with that, because my relationship was 13 years of unhappiness. So I'm right there with you. I held on for so long. So that's why it's hard for me to really open up to people. I get closed up now. I have detachment issues when I used to be attached to people. So that's something I'm dealing with now. So it is difficult for me to get out here and really say, okay, I'm really ready to be with somebody. It's going to take me a moment. So, but I'm still going to enjoy myself, hang out and do what I need to do. But yeah, so you're feeling guilty about that, and they're making you feel guilty. And your mother and them, oh, he was a good man, because they seeing the good, they seeing that side of it, but they don't know the real truth about this person, and upstanding citizen, and oh yeah, or we got a lot of money, you need to stick with them, girl. Don't worry about it. It can be a lot of things that comes with people trying to encourage you to just to go ahead and deal with it. No, it's not healthy. But are you uncomfortable with the idea of your ex being with somebody else?
That one, because I would tell him, I said, if you have another kid, so my kids have different dads. I have 2 kids, 2 different dads. And luckily I was the first baby mama for each of them. My son's dad hasn't had any more kids, but my daughter's dad did. But I used to tell him all the time, be like, if you have another kid with somebody, that's it. We're done and everything. So he never did, but I don't know how, because he was out with everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that would have been a mess.
I didn't want to think about him being with somebody else. I'd be home while he's out and about. I'm like, wonder who he's with now. Does she look better than me? Does she got more money? Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, I get it, and it's one of those, it's like, I don't want you to have anybody, so I'm just going to be right here. Nope. They're going to have to deal with me.
Right here waiting on
whatever
that
you doing. I know you're going to call me back. You ain't going nowhere. You still, where, it'd be like that. It's that ego, and it's like, it's not good, because if this person is disrespecting you, and just continue to disrespect you, they don't value you.
Oh, of course not. And it's an endless cycle. And then you don't want them to be with someone else. You're like, oh, well, does he love her like he loved me? Does he treat her better than he treated me? And
a lot of times the same way they got him is the same way they get treated too. It's just something that's easy and convenient and quick. And then they get tired of that, and they be moving on to the next, and then they crying, and because I ain't gonna put too much into my story, but that was a situation with my, baby father. It was, you got into that relationship while we were still in a relationship. So we got along cordially. Well, after a while, at first it was hell, but after we started getting along, it was just like, I'm questioning your relationship. Oh, you're insecure now. So, but I had to go through that. I used to be that bitter person, but I just wanted him to act right, because he wasn't at that point. But I wasn't the type that was like, I'm taking him away, and, because when I realized I was doing it, I was bitter, and I was like, why am I angry and upset now? It's over with. I dodged a bullet. Go ahead and do what you do. And, as long as you take care of these, there's nothing else we got to communicate about. So I had to grow up, because we was high school sweethearts. So you get that. So it's like, we didn't know any better. Straight out of high school, having a baby.
Yeah. And he was 2 years younger than me. So that's why I don't date anybody younger than me now. That's one reason, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. So a little bit maturity, but sometimes them older people, it's a hit and a miss sometimes too. I mean, the ATLE, so the love people won't know nowadays is love and hip hop fake Yes. Instead of having that true love like Neo and Trinity of the Matrix. Oh yeah. But it's out there. It's people that are loving and things like that. So, you know, um, so just take these lessons and just understand that you don't have to hold on to that just because it's something familiar. You feel like you love them. No one else wants you. It's BS. Okay.
Right.
It's BS.
Mm-hmm.
And then read this one. You're uncomfortable with the idea of your ex being, okay, we already said that one. So you're being reactive to your emotions rather than sitting with them. So you're crying and you just can't take it anymore. And then it's like, and I did that. I went through a spell where I was like, I couldn't get over the morning of it,
Mm-hmm.
where I was completely just heartbroken about it. I can't believe we're not talking. And I was like, I can't even take the wear and tear on my heart. I might as well just deal with it.
Right. Yeah, and especially when you get a little bit tipsy and you start thinking, that's when all those feelings come. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Calling, why'd you do this to me? I know.
Well, I just can't believe it. Just talk to me, answer me. Why?
Who are you with?
Who are you with? Somebody now? No, it ain't nobody. Mm-hmm. Sure. You convince yourself that maybe they've changed.
All the time. But they never did. They changed for a week and then they're back to their same old shit.
Oh, yeah, they know how to say the right things, but let's see how that happens next month. Are you really a changed person? Because especially the person that ain't went to no kind of therapy, doesn't have done nothing to improve themselves. Because I'm going to say this. Now, we're pointing the finger at the person. Sometimes we got to look at ourselves, too.
True.
We got to take accountability for our own actions that created this relationship, so maybe we might mistreat that person, so they're like, I don't feel loved at home. I'm going to go out here and do what I want to do because you're not making me happy over here. So sometimes we got to look at ourselves and say, okay, you know what? Yep. I was a bitch. Bottom line.
I guess so, yeah.
Just saying. I'm telling you, this show here, we talk about anything and everything. Like I said, I'm just so glad you're here. And we're gonna get into right to this one part here, how to stop the cycle of going back to your ex. So now that we talked about why we do it, and then after we do it, we just go right back to it. How do you stop that cycle of going back to your ex?
You just really got to be done and fed up. You guys got to be done and you got to realize that there's plenty of sharks in the sea and there's better out there. I mean, there's so many good men out there. But it might take time for you to find the right one. God might have a plan for you and it just might not be right now.
And that's you got, and that's one thing about people so quick to rush into something. It's like, please slow it. Smiling and cheesing on the FaceTime and I just love the little. No, slow it down, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to be in love all of a sudden and so fast and so quick, but let's just get into how to stop this cycle, people, because you're gonna keep doing this over and over and over again, until you lose yourself. So, and we don't want to lose ourselves, people. You got to know your worth. Remember that it's normal to feel a loss and to grieve. It's okay to feel sad. And it's okay to not get over it right away. God, come on. What are you over here moping about?
Yeah.
That's me. That's my timeline. Everybody has a different way that they grieve because you are mourning a relationship that still is something that you significantly lost. This was somebody everything was together. This is what you knew for, especially long-term relationships. It's hard to detach yourself from that because you are going to be wondering what they're doing. You are going to, so it's like, you're going to see all the memories and things because Facebook, they love to hit you in the head with it. These memories, look at us.
A year ago
today, you guys was on a yacht somewhere. It's like, oh my God. but we was
Right.
like arguing that day too, you know. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be
A year ago, he took you shopping. Yeah, but he tore the shit up.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it's okay. You're gonna feel that. And that's where therapy comes in. And I see a therapist. I'm actually searching for a new one. But and then you're gonna go through that too. You're gonna try out therapists until you find that perfect match. But don't ever feel like it's, a bad thing to get therapy. Not everybody that has a mental illness go get therapy.
Right.
Some people just, you're sick, so you're gonna go see a therapist. No, you just need an unbiased person you can talk your feelings out, because sometimes you can't go to that girlfriend, sometimes you can't go to mama, because they're gonna tell you whatever you don't need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody that don't know your situation can analyze, and it's like, okay, this is how we're gonna get through these steps, this is how you're gonna work. And then they hold you accountable, because you gotta have homework, you gotta come back and show your progress, and they check in with you. So it's a healthy way. And people, therapy is affordable if you're working. They have paying scales and everything. So I always encourage, even if you're just doing well, still get a therapist. It doesn't hurt.
I need to try that.
Or I'm a mental health coach, so not everybody wants to go sit down and talk about their sorrows. Mental health coaching is more, okay, we'll find out what caused the disorganization. I don't get motivated enough. Okay, so what's distracting you right now? Okay, but where are you going right now? What's your future? So mental health coaching is more, we're not really so focused on the past. We get to the root of it. Okay, we get it now, but what are you going to do now?
Right.
How are you going to move from it? Let's not come back in here and have this session. We'll be crying all day long and we don't get anywhere. Not saying, therapy it takes a lot of emotion and things out of you, but this one is kind of inspiring you and getting you. So even if you don't want to do a therapist, get a coach. Reflect on the purpose of the ending. So that's a good one. It's like, know why you left that situation.
It was kind of mutual at that time. I felt he told me, he basically said that he was moving on. So I was like, okay, well, that's all I needed to hear. That you always loved me, but you're not in love with me anymore. So it kind of hit me right there. It's like, oh shit, I gotta go. I gotta move on.
Yeah,
you can't keep bringing it back from the dead. You just can't.
It says you can't love someone else if you can't love yourself, and that's a point. And you learning that from Champagne Confessions. Look at you learning. But I'm always about self-love, self-healing, self-motivation. We depend on so many people to make us feel good. We want the people to support you. And you probably realize your family is not going to support you. Sometimes it's total strangers.
Oh, that's so true.
So it's like, you can't look at it that way. Just be thankful for the one or two people that did view your video. You made a sale that day. That's one achievement that you didn't do yesterday. Be proud of that. Don't expect people to be in your corner like you want them to. Of course, you're there for them. They're not there for you. But don't worry about it. It's that self-healing, self-love, self-motivation. You got to love yourself.
Gotta love yourself. You have to, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
And ATL, so I talk to Maggie about my issues a lot, even be bugging about it sometimes. And you know what? That's why I'm certified. It's like, it's okay. I'm helping these people move through, and they come back and watch, and I do see a big difference in ATL Leo, and I just appreciate you. Look, it's okay. This is what I'm here for. I'm here. And I'll tell you why, but we're going to finish this up and then we're going to wrap this conversation up. But I'll tell you why I became a mental health coach. But here it is here. So we said you got to check in with your emotions. So that's that therapy part again. So now you're understanding why you had to leave, and you're going to stick to it. Put your foot down. Look, even when that memory comes back, but I left this person because of this, and I'm so much better without you. So
Right.
check those emotions. You're gonna feel sad. You're gonna go through. It's a roller coaster. It's a wave of grieving a
Mhm.
relationship. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna be lonely. Then it's gonna be like,
A big weight lifted off your shoulders. Yeah, and remember, you can always do better. There's always better for you out there. And you
mhm.
don't always have to be with somebody. Sometimes you just need to be by yourself and focus on yourself and your career.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. Learn to live with yourself.
Yes. Yes.
So many people just want the companionship and they can't learn to just enjoy themselves. And I'm doing that. I'm enjoying. I get to go anywhere I want to,
Yes.
party where I want to. My kids are
Girl.
older now. I ain't
Girl,
got to worry about
yes.
girl. Like, look, tell them here, babysit. Y'all good. Here's some food. I'm out.
Right.
Mama
My
might
kids
not
are
show up
grown.
until the next day, but
I've enjoyed this last 3 years of me being single. I get to do what I want. I sleep by myself.
Mhm.
I don't have to answer to nobody. I can stay out as long as I want to. The kids are grown. Got to worry about them.
Absolutely.
It's just fabulous. I love it.
It is
It's
fabulous, and
gonna be
I'm
hard
loving
for
this
me.
life.
It's gonna be hard for me to get in a relationship because I'm so like independent and I want to be doing what I want to be doing.
See, and that's my challenge right now. Because in my marriage, I grew accustomed to coping for myself, and I couldn't reach out to you and deal with my issues and things like that, or if I'm overreacting and all that kind of stuff. So I started becoming just to myself, and I liked my peace and my space. And it's after a while, I stopped demanding you to come around. Like, I don't care anymore.
Right.
When I got to that point where I was like over it, it's like, I don't care if you come around or not.
Hmm.
I was done. But
Yeah.
this was when I was finding myself, my self journey and healing. And then, of course, I had to take some real accountability because I had some childhood trauma that I had to deal with too, that
Yeah.
I was not trying to address, that affected how I went into these relationships. So
Yeah.
with this one, create boundaries with your thoughts.
You gotta have
You know,
boundaries.
you got to have boundaries. And like I said, put that foot down and you got to stick to it. You got to
Yeah.
be real with yourself.
I recently learned about boundaries. I really didn't have any, but now I do. And yeah, it's a great thing when you set boundaries for people.
Oh yeah, and you have to, and it comes with dating. It's you can't. There's so much you can tolerate just starting out in a relationship. Is those boundaries protects your peace, your heart. Um, Now you're seeing those red flags early, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
girl.
I'm recognizing it for what? Look. Let me, abort mission. Let me
I'm
go
gonna
ahead and
give
exit on back out of here.
I'm gonna give them like 2 red flags and I gotta go. First red flag is communication. If you like me and you're trying to see me, then you need to communicate with me.
Absolutely.
And it's, oh, I like you. When can I see you? No, it's not when can you see me. It's, we don't want to tell you to ask us on a date, but that's what we want. We don't want to have to tell you that. But these men are crazy nowadays. Oh, when can I see you? Um, I don't know when you can see me. You got us a date planned? I don't want to beg for a date, but
Oh,
damn.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody just what you doing, how you doing, like
Yeah.
WYD, like
All day. I
that's
can't
all you
sit around
got.
and text you all day. I can't do that.
Hmm.
But
As
yeah,
well as last but not least, oh, it said, and of course we're gonna end this right here. But do relationships work after getting back together? So let's say you did all that, then you decided, you know what, we went to therapy, we worked on it, we set our boundaries, blah blah blah. Do relationships really work after you get back together? We can make this short and sweet, and then we can go ahead and close it on out.
if it's meant to be and if both parties are willing to work on everything together, then it can. But if you still got this man or woman out here cheating and talking to everybody, then it won't. You know, you got to be smart about it too.
Hmm. And I say it takes both parties. It's happened, but the thing is that trust has been
Yeah,
broken.
it has.
So it's gonna take. It's not gonna be like the same way with, excuse me, was before. It's gonna take a lot of work,
Yep.
you know, internal work on each other,
Yeah, and
then
sometimes it's not worth it because it's already shattered, you know?
it's already shattered. The damage was done, and it's too far gone. So sometimes it do, but the success rate of that, sometimes we just overlook things and we just deal with the same old stuff, and that's what it really comes down to. It's like, I just, you know what? Because one thing I didn't like about my mother's side of the family, it's all about, oh, we've been together 40 years,
Mm-hmm.
but are you happy?
Right.
I refused. I was like, you know what? Mm-mm, I can't do it. Hey, sister, how you doing? Hey, Jamie, I'm glad you tuned in. We're getting ready to wrap this up. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Miss Steph, tell them one more time. How can they find you?
All right. Y'all can find me on every platform. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My handle is Realtor Girl Step.
Mhm.
Follow me if you want to come on my page and laugh, or if you need help with real estate, I got you. I'm Atlanta native, so I know all the areas.
Oh,
And
see, you might see her at some tailgating people, because guess what? AFN got a little tailgate coming up, and I'm gonna send a flyer out to everybody. I want you guys to be there. Get your tickets, because early bird is eating real good for $25. So if
okay,
you want to eat good, there's all you can eat, all you can drink, and it's
where?
literally across the street from the stadium. I'll
Okay,
show you.
okay,
I
okay.
got.
You know I'll
I'll
be
show the
there.
flyer.
I'll
Actually,
be
I can
there.
put it up here. Hold on.
I like to
Since
eat.
girl, yes, they're gonna have TVs, a DJ, I think a gaming bus. I got to talk to the guy. So we've been organizing here. So everybody been wondering, hey, now this is not the Atlanta Falcons Nation tailgate, but it's the DJ that hosted my Red and Black party. He's invited me to his tailgate. So
Okay.
connections, people, connections. So it's
Yeah.
like, I just really want to I'm gonna put this in the flyer. But Miss Steph, thank you again. I know you got some things you got to do later, but y'all go ahead and follow her. Watch the video afterwards. Her description to her Instagram and everything will be on there, so you can click on it, find her video, and watch that Atlanta video again. Make that thing go viral, people. It's growing, and then all her other things too. She got some skits coming, y'all. Some funny stuff coming up. Especially the old lady one. That one, I'm so ready to see that. That video when she was on the toilet, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're putting that together. We got some things coming up. We're working on more to have, a lot of it lined up. But I appreciate you having me on, Maggie. I really appreciate it. And this was fun, and I hope to do it again.
Thank you, lady. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and stay on here if you want to go ahead and hop off. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you. So basically, I was just wanted to remind you guys. So since we're here, everybody's still kind of here. I want to remind you about our tailgate. So I needed to put the banner in here since I got in a little audience, and it's been a while. Just reminding you guys that I am also open to guests. So if you want to join the Champagne Confessions podcast, please join me, because I love to have guests on. One second, I'm going ahead and get this picture up here so you guys know where we're going to be tailgating at. And of course, the Ladybirds of AFN, we're about to be back this Thursday, people. We got football. We have football, and I'm excited. So here's the banner. It's coming up now. Just throw some comments in the chat, people. I appreciate you guys just watching me tonight. I know it's been a while, so it's probably going to take you a moment to realize we are back. But I'm thinking during the season, though, we might push it back a little earlier, or I might choose another night. I'll let you know about that. But Champagne Confessions will be back. So if you want to be a part of the show and you want to be a guest, I'm excited to have you. So here is the tailgate situation here. Let me get this lab sip off of here. So this is where we're going to be having our tailgate. So please get with me, because I'm going to collect them all at once. So if you are trying to be a part of that $25 all you can eat and drink, because you can walk up and pay your ticket, but you're paying more. So get your tickets in advance for that Steelers game coming up. We're gonna have us a good time, rain or shine. We have a DJ. We're gonna have food, drinks. We're gonna have a party, video game bus. So we finna have us an amazing time. And everybody been wondering where AFN is going to be tailgating. It's going to be right there. So I'll have this flyer on the my social media platforms, as well as y'all go ahead and follow Miss Steph. She's a beautiful person, a hilarious lady. And of course, she's going to get you a house too. So why not tune her into her, check her out, and hit her up for some realty business too? You know, we over here homeowners and business owners now. So let's get to it. But until that, you guys, I thank you. I didn't want to hold you off too much, you know, because it's been a long day for me. But thank you for my flowers. Oh, thank you, everybody that's been tuning in. I appreciate you. And I am out, people. Good night.